And so now let's get into Selena. Now we'll be good. So all is well. We're gonna get right into it. Y'all know no introduction here. And if you're new and you want to see me in some colors, go look at the other videos. These are dark for now. They might stay, but they'll even have their own individual readings. These are question answer playlists. So if you have a question, that you want to contribute to the playlist, this is where you're gonna come and like listen to readings on questions that people ask. It'll just be a playlist. So with Selena here, what I'm going to do is general, and then I'll tell y'all what I got. I got two questions I'm going to answer here, and one is like, how does she feel about, I think, not winning the Oscar nomination, and then about Britney Spears and how Britney have been moving and acting towards her. I notice a pattern with that now. Excuse me, channeling. Like people think they could be on her team and then go and do like stuff with Hailey and then go bounce back. A lot of that stuff too be clout. Oh, and I know people be like, well, why would Britney don't really need? I think there was something more with Britney with her. We'll get there, but I do feel like there was something personal. Like I feel like Britney wanted Selena to choose, but I also feel like there was somebody in Britney's ear about Selena as well, because that person didn't want Britney and Selena to be close as well. But then I feel like after that person got in Britney's head about Selena, Britney went to test Selena and Selena withdrew. I don't think Selena really chose anything. She just withdrew from Britney. And Britney wanted her to at least open up to her. Britney wanted her to choose her. But because Selena chose neither, I think Britney took it as, oh, well, you can't be trusted because you're not choosing one way or the other. So I'm going to try to do something to be a little petty. Yeah, there is a little catty energy situation there that would be interesting to look into. Ooh, okay, good question. Damn. All right, then. So let's generally look and see if Selena's okay from the crying and everything, because yes, we did get that in her reading that, she get very emotional. I want to tell y'all honestly, it has nothing to do. Listen, I ain't saying she don't love her peoples or nothing, but I feel like the reason why people felt so comfortable to like roast her, that I don't feel like they know exactly why, but they know that it wasn't the reason that she said it was. Like people can read energy whether they want to or not, but it's what they do with that energy that defines their character, right? Or it defines their intelligence. It defines, it tells a lot about who they truly are and where they are mentally and emotionally. And so the ones that like didn't read deeper into it, because a lot of times people, oh, you reach and I think we need to start reaching a lot more with when it comes to the era that we're about to step into. You're gonna wish you had hands to reach with, from what I'm seeing and what's about to start going down in this world, right? So with that being said, you do need to dig deeper, especially when it comes to celebrities, because a lot of times they have to send out these, it's not funny, but it is that like blink twice if you're in trouble type shit. Because if they tell you, then they telling their enemies how they moving too. But a lot of times their enemies know that they still sending out smoke signals, but they don't care because they know the mass is not going to really read into it. They know the mass is not going to get it when they do that. But I think these celebrities are starting to stand a chance by sending out smoke signals, because there's a lot of us waking the fuck up and don't give a fuck about what's in between anything, because don't nothing stand in between anything unless you allow it to, right? So with her, it was a cry for help, and amongst a lot of things, it wasn't it that was just an excuse or a reason. I'm not gonna say an excuse, because that's for lack of a better term, because like I said, I ain't saying she don't love her people, but what I am saying is she probably could have picked something a little more different to use to mask what's really going on the inside with her. I think it's fair to say I don't like the way this person made the comment, but I do. I think these two, her and Justin, are both crashing out because they are not together. And you people can say it's a reach all they want, but I mean, only time reveals a lot. Time reveals a lot. And so tell me, why are we still here? If a lot of things aren't true about her and Justin, why are we still here? Why she ain't healthy, balanced, and married with somebody? Why he ain't healthy in his marriage with somebody? And look at their eyes, their faces. Well, with Selena, look how she fluctuates. Selena's a feminine energy. Let me tell y'all something. Feminine energy can maintain their looks by, tricks and tips. And they can also transmute their energy differently than men, because men are penetrators. Men are the wand. They project their energy out into the world. And if they don't have a source to pull from to keep circulating it, they'll look more sick. They'll get sicker faster than feminine energy. So that's why when you look at a man and he looks lifeless, his cheeks are sinking in and all that, if they don't have, especially a mothering, nurturing life force to receive the milk of life from the womb, the breast of a feminine energy, that's what happens to masculine energy. So with women, we are creators, multipliers. So a lot of times our scream for help is in our emotions or what we create. And with men, they scream for help. All you gotta do is look at them, look at their eyes, look at how they behave when they are out in the world, the decisions that they make, and they both are screaming for help. And it feels like it's connected because they're without each other. Even if it was that they needed to just get together to sort out the things that people said to them to keep them divided that they didn't get to say to each other, that will make a huge difference as well. But the reason why she got roasted is because everybody and their mama know it didn't have nothing to do with what she was talking about. It was just a perfect, I won't even a perfect time. I'm like, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have preferred her to cry for something else. Um, but to be honest with you, I'd rather her just cry for what's really going on the inside of her, for real, because that's why she's having to take these hits, because she's not really being true to herself. When you're not being true to yourself, this is the result of that, but there are people that will see the truth and they won't bash her. You know what I'm saying? They'll see she just needs guidance or, support as she worked through it to get to her honest feelings, or to get that strength to be brave enough to really say what it is that's going on. Right. And then, like y'all pointed out, Benny didn't come and take up for her in it because, like, hello, my title is my title for a reason on the last reading about him being the rabbit, the culprit, the rabbit with the power. She knows she don't. Y'all know, I told y'all why she was gonna start crying. It's not funny, but that's just the tip of it. She don't, so the person that made the joke that said, he'd be crying if he was with someone like Benny too. Again, they're surface level with it, but all of this behavior are only reflections of the fact that she's just not being truthful to herself. And so it's coming out in different ways that can be mean, because a lot of people are very shallow. So all they're really saying is, baby, just be honest with yourself. Right. And so the person that made the Benny comment, yeah, it was mean, but deep down, the truth is that a part of her crying is because she is with someone she don't really want to be with. It became too much. Right. Like the games that went too far. I can guarantee you, Benny was only supposed to be, just to help her get through. Well, in her mind, she thought it was helping her get through. Maybe when she found out I feel like she knew before it came out that Hailey was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is classic behavior of two people that still love each other that just, I don't know why it's so many reasons why they just ain't together, but it happens. It happens. And so that's what that was about. Um, I feel like her nor Justin, they're never gonna like really be able to pull it together until they get to themselves and work on themselves. And then if in therapy or whatever comes up, and I don't think they should just go to any therapy, I feel like this is a huge change collectively for a lot of people. What we're going to see is the ones that's wise and smart are going to go to people that are kind of not tainted by the industry. So you're not going to look for the who's who of the industry, a therapist that has counseled a lot of celebrities. What they're going to start doing, if they're smart, is looking for fresh and new therapists that haven't had any connection with any of these celebrities, but that have an interest in it, but from a point of view that's not leaning from one side to the other, where they could get stabbed in their back or be used, but they could really get the help. And that's what her and Justin and Britney Spears need. They don't need to be going to people that already didn't have this resume of working with celebrities. That ain't gonna be shit no more. They're not gonna hold no weight with that, because in a lot of times everybody's trying to cash out in any way that they can. They're destroying their own businesses and everything to cash the fuck out. Why? Y'all gotta ask yourselves why. And we're seeing it with all these little catastrophes that's happening. And these are just little test runs. It's gonna get bigger. They just testing it out to see what they can get away with, getting people to show their cards so they'll know how to move the next time. And it's going to get bigger and bigger, but we'll talk about it in a collective reading. Okay, so Selena with the question was about her and Britney Spears. So I kind of went into that. I feel like what happened was, I feel that on one end, Britney wanted to feel needed during this particular time. They're showing like her marriage. Wasn't Selena invited to the wedding and didn't Selena go? I feel that there was some sort of weird arrogance with Britney at that time, where she felt like there was some bitterness here of people that followed her path of the trail that she felt she blazed, like the Selenas, the Miley Cyruses, and all of them. And I think she felt like y'all didn't, really help me out of that situation, and y'all know what this industry does to children, because y'all have been through it too. So the least y'all can do is, when this Free Britney campaign is over, I'm gonna need some pledge and allegiance, so I feel like it got a little funky, and I feel like, but during this time, I feel like she was indulging in some substances that was amplifying that and putting her more on the dark side of things. So what I'm getting with their dynamic so far is, she wanted Selena to be her little protege. She picked Selena. To me, it feels like because she felt like she could maybe control her more, but not in a way where she would have controlled her and led her astray. But Britney wanted to be needed. And I feel like, to me, it feels like during that time, and she thought that Selena would be her, that void, that she could put Selena in that empty void she was trying to feel at that time. And Selena didn't conform to it. But not that Selena was being rebellious to it. Selena just didn't want no smoke on either end. Hey, I love Britney. Hey, I love y'all too. I don't want no smoke at all. But I feel like Britney was locked in, dead set on something when it comes to Selena during that time. And I feel like she felt that was her key to clap back, to get her leg back and all that, if Selena would have just joined on her team. But I feel like it would have hurt them both in the end. And I feel like the reason why now Britney is like, she wants Selena to play her, I'm about to cry, because she see whatever it was she wanted at that time for Selena to do, she know that was fucked up. Whatever it was, she see the truth now. So she feel like, I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune, that if Selena play her now, that's her way of like saying that she's sorry or whatever. But Selena been forgave her. But Selena just got so much of her own shit to work through and work on, that it's just like, I don't think neither one of them really. Well, I think Britney is. This is Britney's way of trying to make it right. You know what I'm saying? So her now all of a sudden wanting Selena to play her, it's because she do feel like she should play her. And on top of that is what I just told y'all. It comes in the full circle. She wanted Selena to be her little protege, but during that time where she was mentally, it would have caused damage between them, because I feel like she would have done some things out of selfishness for herself, with Selena being underneath her, that I feel like she now see that, yeah, that would have been fucked up. She would have been transferring energy that was projected onto her onto Selena, because that is what you do. Energy can't be killed. It can't die off. It has to be transferred. So either you're going to transmute it within yourself, or you're going to try to like project it on someone else. And a lot of times when we just want something off of us, we get outside of ourselves and we try to make other people responsible for it, whether it is that we put them in positions where we need them to need us so that we could feel like we have purpose, and then we could kind of like brag about it and feel like we're somebody. Because look, this person trusts me. Look, she's listening to what I say. There's a lot of ways that we as humans manipulate people, no matter how innocent it may look. A lot of times it's still a form of abuse. Because when you're outside of yourself, refusing to do the work, hey, I'm just going to take her, do whatever. This is going to be great. And I'm going to feel better. But you don't know what kind of emotional damage that could do to that person. Because in your mind, you're just thinking like, well, it works for both of us. No, in your mind, it works for both of y'all. You're not in that person's shoes that you're wanting to be your little protege. So to me, that's the dynamic that they're showing. So see, star card. Yep. So she is sincere, and they will have a sit down. I feel like Britney is just waiting for some sort of. I think she like I feel like her own decisions at that time still kind of haunt her. Like she can't believe that she became the monster or was gonna be the monster that was monstrous to her. You know, it's these cycles here that we gotta remember. This shit can easily happen. You know, and even when you're in denial and you convince yourself, no, I'm the good guy, I'm the good guy, I'm the good guy. You know, we got to remember too, you also have imprints on you, and we do have shadow sides because we have been tainted by other tainted people, but it's just about the choices to a source that you make, Ace of Cups. But and you can dress it up to look innocent. And if people like Britney, people like myself, people like Selena, you can become manipulative in a way where you look like a fucking angel. Let's just be real about it. And I can say it very strongly because I'm talking about myself too. Because you do have those types as well. You know, and Selena is one of the, I know that's how I'm able to call it out. I know them. I know a Selena and a Britney because I've been that too. And I had to check myself sometimes, like, hold on, just because I'm sweet about it don't mean I'm still not manipulating somebody when I'm outside of myself. But I think just because I'm nice about it, that they supposed to just, conform to it. But like I told y'all, humans might not know how to read deep into shit and they could be rather shallow. But one thing that we can't take from other humans is they still know when some shit is off. But they might express it in some fucked up ways that fuck it up for themselves, but they still know when some shit is off. See, Seven of Swords. So yeah, she was in a space where she was lying to her. So she wanted to she knew Selena would have been the easier one to control. So she felt like Selena would have felt indebted to her because she was Britney Spears. And because she had been through what she had been through. You see, that's still manipulation. Even though, yeah, those other people were wrong, but you can't transfer that like that. She needed to fix herself first and then get up with Britney. But Tim, let me tell you something. She wouldn't have even wanted to then. And none of that stuff with Selena would have never happened at all that she did when she called herself trying to get her attention by fucking with Hailey. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you do when you're outside of yourself and you're in some toxic shit. You do. Is it intentional? I guess in that time, and depending on where you at mentally with it. We all have that shadow. So I see Two of Cups. They're gonna make up. We're gonna see something, and Selena will play her. It feels. They're calling Selena to stay in the acting. Again, I don't feel like this music shit is really gonna pop off like that for her in the way that it used to. It's time for her to be acting, doing her charity work, and working on her fucking self, getting her therapy and shit. Like they need to let this music stuff finish doing what that's doing. That ain't even that like I don't feel like a lot of celebrities will be making a lot of music money off of their music. They'll be just doing that for therapy. So if you're gonna do music for therapy, do what you work with the people you really want to work with and make the music you really want to make. Don't be going to these fucking producers just because they done had all these hits for Katy Perry and all that kind of shit. Old news from an hour now is gonna be old news. That don't mean that person still reigns supreme. Like there's just as much talent that has been undiscovered that our earth will never know, all because of gatekeepers and shit and all that. That's why all that shit is crumbling. So all the shit that let's get Benny. You need to just date Benny, be with Benny. So she need to stop pimping herself now. That's an old methodology. We're done with that shit too. That's why these celebrities fucked up as well too. Okay, and then what was the other question? Let me see, with Brittany, and then she asked about, because I wanted to answer two of them. 10:34 a.m. Let me see. One more question. Hailey for the J tattoo on her. Selena feelings on losing the Oscar. Oh, and then losing. Okay, good. Perfect segue. See, y'all see how this shit is flowing? Perfect segue. So she's asking all about the Oscars and Selena's feelings. I feel like Selena is charged. This is inspiring her even more. But her attention is split. She need to if you're gonna make the music, start off from scratch, take Benny everybody out, and she make her music according to what's inside of her to make her music, and don't go off of people telling her, oh, he makes great pop hits. You need to fuck all of that, because Selena was doing fine. I feel like though, if Selena wasn't like with Benny, she would have gotten it. She would have gotten that Oscar. Not because of Benny, but because Spirit wants her only focused on acting and charity and other streams of income right now. The song she got now, she could sit on, that shit makes her passive income. She don't, anything she make now in music would be just to be seen at that point. And she don't need to do that. Y'all see, she posted a video of crying. That shit went national. They don't want her to know that she don't need to use the music to be seen. They're trying to trick her into thinking, oh, you need to get some records out. How about what if that was she's finished with that? What if that's she's done her work with that? Right? But that's something she got to be able to arrive to. And people being in her ear is fucking up the new shit she really loved to do. And her heart is with acting, it feels. So yeah, I feel like she would have got it had they not, factored Benny in with all this other stuff. He's the dark side to everything. He's a distraction to where it is that God is taking her next. So yeah, she's being pulled more towards that. I feel that she's a I don't feel like she was a sore loser. I feel like she learned a lot. I feel like she is learning a lot about acting and actresses and how the Oscars is ran compared to the Grammys and other things. I feel there is a woman on the board or something that will take her under her. I don't know what it is about people wanting Selena to be their protege, but I feel like this lady, she will really learn a lot from her, and it will be it will be a symbiotic connection that will help Selena out. And it will be the nurturing energy that she needs. It'll be like a granny or a mom that she never had type energy. So she has very beautiful friends and connections coming in, and she got a glimpse of it. So I feel like she really feel like she still won because of the insight she gained from being nominated. You see what I'm saying? So she got to keep her eyes on the prize in that sense. But people might got her thinking that she could do this and do no. They want her to really focus on acting, networking in that department, and doing her charity work and stuff like that. So that's the answer. That I don't feel like it deterred her at all. I think it motivated her even more, and I think that's why she ended up crying too, because she's being pulled in so many fucking directions, and she's not being able to do what's true to her heart. And so for her to cry about the families being sent back, think about what she's really saying, what her heart is really calling for: unity. I don't care if it was people being deported, people that she really loved, that she separated from. All she was communicating really was the pain of separation. That's all that message was, like, on a deeper level. And that's all it really is. So, all right, guys. Well, there you go. That was great. I'll see you guys in the Trump reading.